Alright everyone, so I'm going to be going on a hiking trip for a couple of weeks, and I was put in with a couple of my buddies, and I was put in charge of putting together a first aid kit. So I just wanted to do a quick video talking about the first aid kit that I came up with and stuff that I am including in it. We are going to be going primarily in the desert and also in the mountains on this trip, all West Coast U.S. So in this video I just want to talk about my kit. It's pretty lightweight. It's a little heavier than I was expecting it to be. I still might trim some stuff down, but I'm just going to go over the essentials that I've come up with and talk a little bit about the philosophy that I'm using when coming up with this kit. So I've seen a lot of people that are putting things in their kit, such as sutures, needle drivers, hemostats, all these things that, while they look good, when push comes to shove, most people aren't going to use those things in a real emergency. And the primary goal of a first aid kit is to stabilize someone in order to get them to a hospital or to a medical professional. You might not want to, suture a huge wound that someone might get while on the trail, and you might actually be better off just putting pressure on it and putting a pressure bandage or possibly super glue. So that's really the mindset that I'm going into this with when developing this kit. I'm really only taking things that I would feel comfortable using in the field, and so I'm just going to break down this kit. So what I'm using is the Maxpedition individual first aid kit. I picked one of these up online for like 20 bucks. It's a pretty decent sized pack. I couldn't fit as much stuff in it as I was hoping to, but it's pretty good. So on this outer pocket here, first thing you see, I have a mini CPR shield that's in this one of these little cases. I actually keep this on the zipper, but I have it in here for now. It folds out. It's a barrier shield so that if you needed to do CPR on somebody that you don't know what kind of diseases they could possibly have, so it's just to protect yourself. It's got a one-way valve and filter on it, and it actually has rubber bands that allow you to put the mask around the victim's ears, so it's pretty easy to use. Again, you need to be trained in order to use one of these, so it's really not worth bringing something like this if you don't know how to use it. Next thing I have are 3 pairs of nitrile gloves. I have everything labeled and in Ziploc bags in my kit, just in case somebody else needs to use it besides me. So I have 3 pairs of non-sterile nitrile gloves, and other thing I have are trauma shears. These are pretty handy and a good thing to carry with you. Again, you can use a knife, but I have them, so I just put them in my kit. So you open this up, and what you see is there are 2 compartments. In between them, there's a little area where you can store stuff, and I have a pen light that you can use to check someone's eyes, look in their mouth, their nose, whatever. And I also have a tongue depressor. Open this side, and main component, or the main compartment. First thing you'll notice is I have an Israeli bandage, which is a emergency trauma bandage. And for those of you who don't know what this is an awesome basically a piece of equipment. It's basically an ace wrap with a piece of gauze padding that's attached to it, and it has a pressure bar right over where the padding is, and you can loop the ace wrap back around it and put direct pressure onto the wound, and you can actually use it as a tourniquet in an emergency. So it's a pretty good thing to have in any first aid kit. Also have a large ace wrap. Ankle sprains are one of the most common injuries that someone will encounter when they're hiking, so it's a good thing to carry a pretty large ace wrap with you. Another thing I have is just tape, And in the tape you can see I have a small tourniquet just in case if I needed to use it. It's small, so I just chucked it in there. You'll see I have everything in little Ziploc bags to keep it from getting wet. Have some cling gauze, a bunch of assorted Band-Aids, small ones. I have some larger Band-Aids. Everything's labeled, you can see. Have some Tegaderm, cover up bandage if I had to. And then I have a bunch of 4x4s to use for bigger area or larger wounds or areas of bleeding or trauma. Have 2 pairs of tweezers, and I have a couple scalpels. And the last thing I have on this side is actually an EpiPen. These are a really great thing to have if you're going to be traveling in a large group. You could have people with you who are allergic to insects or something that they eat and that they're not usually eating back home, and it's always good to have one of these just in case somebody has an anaphylactic reaction. You do need to have a prescription to get one of these, and you really do need to know how to use this before you would attempt to use it, and I would not recommend using it on anyone who you do not know. I have one of these, so I put it in my kit. Again, don't use this unless you know what you're doing. So onto the other side. So this is the more waterproof side of the kit. This is where I have all the medications and tubes of stuff that could possibly explode. So I have some Neosporin triple antibiotic. I have super glue. I don't have, and some applicators. I don't carry sutures in my kit, even though I know how to suture, because I really would not want to suture somebody's wounds out in the field. So this would be a good alternative for that if I actually needed to close a deep wound. I have a ton of hand sanitizing wipes. More of them here. Have disposable thermometers, just in case you need those. Have some artificial tears, just in case somebody gets stuff in their eyes. And I have a packet of sugar and salt in case somebody's dehydrated or they need some electrolytes. I have these just in case. They can add it to the water. I have some Afterbite, which is topical antihistamine for bug bites, obviously. Chapstick. And in this package I have antihistamine and antidiarrheal medication. And here I have Tylenol, Advil, and aspirin. So pain relievers. Everything has expiration dates and the strength of the medication and what they look like. Again, just in case somebody's using this that is not me. So I made a huge mess, but here's all the crap that I have in my kit. I hope this helps people, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.